What is the Las Vegas real estate market doing right now? And is the spring slowdown people keep talking about actually happening? I'm Dorthy Sierra, your go-to girl for Las Vegas real estate, and you're going to want to stay with me for this week's numbers. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the most expensive and the cheapest homes that sold in Las Vegas, and the gap between them might surprise you. For the week ending May 10th of 2026, here's where the Las Vegas housing market stands. New listings came in at 960 this week, and if you've been following along, you'll notice this is right in line with what we've been seeing for the past several weeks. We had 972 the week before, 941 the week before that. What that tells me is that we are absolutely finding our rhythm for spring. You can expect somewhere between 900 and 1,000 new homes hitting the Las Vegas market every single week right now, and that's our new normal. The under contracts, homes with accepted offers, came in at 694, again, right where we'd expect it. Buyers are active, deals are being written, and the pipeline is moving. Bottom line, the Las Vegas housing market is in a steady, predictable spring rhythm. It's not too hot, not too slow, and it feels balanced. Sold homes came in at 485 this week, and I want to address that right away, because if you look at that number without context, it might look like a big drop. Last week we had 755, so what happened? Nothing dramatic. This is simply how the calendar works. The first week of every month tends to show lower closing numbers because the previous month's pipeline has already cleared out. The deals that were under contract are still there, 694 of them, and they will close over the next coming weeks. You'll see those numbers reflect in the next week's and the week after's data. In fact, if you look at the 6 weeks of data I have right here, sold volume bounces around week to week, and that's normal. The trend that matters is the under contract number because that's your leading indicator. And at 694, it's solid. That drop in sold homes this week is a calendar effect, not a market signal. The Las Vegas real estate market is not slowing down. Let's talk about two numbers that really matter for both buyers and sellers right now, and that's days on market and median sales price. Days on market came in at 41 this week, down from 46 last week. And if you look at the 6-week trend, we've gone from 57 days all the way down to the low 40s. That is a meaningful improvement. Homes are moving faster than they were 2 months ago, and that's a positive sign for sellers. The median sales price for a single-family home came in at $479,000 this week, down slightly from $489 last week. Now, over the past 6 weeks, we've ranged between $460 and $490, so $479 is right in the middle of that band. That's not a price drop, it's a normal week-to-week variation within a stable range. Bottom line on Las Vegas home prices, they're stable. The 6-week range of $460 to $490 reflects a healthy, balanced market, not a market in decline. And on the luxury side, the most expensive home to close this week sold for $8.9 million. Down from last week's $10.5 million, but still a very active upper end. A couple more things worth paying attention to if you're thinking about selling your Las Vegas homes. Price reductions ticked up slightly, $1,075 this week versus $1,044 last week. That's a small increase, but it's worth noting. What it tells me is that some sellers are still testing the market a little high and then adjusting. When you see price reductions running at over $1,000 per week, that's a reminder that pricing your home correctly from day one matters. Overpricing and then reducing is never the strategy. It costs you time and negotiating leverage. Withdrawals came in at 353, up slightly from 334, and we're still below the 441 high we saw a few weeks ago. So on the overall trend on withdrawals, it's still healthy. Sellers are still mostly committed to being on the market. So for Las Vegas sellers, price it right from the start. The data shows that homes priced correctly are moving, while overpriced listings are the ones sitting and eventually reducing. So before we get to the frequently asked questions segment, quick note. Later this week, I'll be posting the full April market report for Las Vegas, and that's going to be a comprehensive look at the entire month, trends, data, and what it means for the rest of 2026. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. That one is going to be worth your time. Every single week, I get questions from people who are watching the market, thinking about making a move, or just trying to understand what these numbers actually mean for them personally. So I've picked the 3 top questions I'm hearing most right now, and I'm giving to you my upfront, straight answer to each one. And I'll tell you right now, the third one is something most people don't know, and it completely changes how you read the days on market stat. So stick around for that one. One of the questions I get asked all the time right now is the Las Vegas real estate market slowing down? And here's my answer. Based on the data I'm looking at right now, no. What you might be seeing is some week-to-week variations that look like slowing, but the fundamentals are solid. We have 694 homes under contract right now. New listings are coming in consistent, 900 to 1,000 per week. And days on market have actually improved over the past 6 weeks. Prices are holding steady in that $460,000 to $490,000 range. Now, is this the frenzy of 2021? No, but it's balanced, steady, and it's actually healthier for everyone, buyers and sellers alike. You have time to make good decisions. You're not panic buying or panic selling. That's a good thing, and I'm actually loving this market. Bottom line, the Las Vegas real estate market is not slowing down. It's stabilizing, and there is a difference. Stable means predictable, and predictable means opportunity if you have the right strategy. The second question I hear constantly right now is, are Las Vegas home prices dropping? And let me give you the real answer. This week, the median sales price for a single-family home in Las Vegas came in at $479,000. Last week, it was $489,000. So yes, it moved, but here's the context. Over the past 6 weeks, prices have ranged between $460,000 and $490,000. It's a $30,000 gap. Week to week, you're going to see movement within that range, and that is completely normal. What would concern me is if I saw prices consistently breaking below that range week after week. That's not what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is stability, and in a market where interest rates are still elevated and inventory is building, stability is actually a strong outcome. Now, if you own a home in Summerlin, Henderson, or Centennial Hills, your neighborhood may be moving differently from the metro average. The median number covers everything from entry level to luxury, and your specific home's value depends on your specific location, condition, and competition. And that's a conversation worth having one-on-one. Bottom line, Las Vegas home prices are not dropping. They're stable within a defined range, and the data shows a market that is holding its value well given the current conditions. Okay, this is the one I really want you to pay attention to, because what I'm about to share is something that most buyers and sellers never hear. The question is, how long does it actually take to sell a home in Las Vegas right now? And the stat you'll see reported, including in this video, is days on market. This week, that number is 41 days, and on the surface, that sounds pretty straightforward. List your home, go under contract in 41 days, done. But here's what that number doesn't show you. And this is the insider part. Days on market is counted from the day a home goes live on the MLS to the day it receives an accepted offer, and the clock stops there. So far, so good. But here's the catch. When a seller decides to change their price, they have two options. They can do a formal price reduction, which keeps the days on market running, or they can withdraw the listing entirely and relist it at a new price. And when they relist, the days on market clock resets to 0. So what does that mean in practice? It means a home could have been sitting on the market for 90 days, tested at one price, pulled, relisted lower, and when you look it up, it shows 14 days on the market because the clock started over. Just look at this week's data. We had 353 withdrawals in Las Vegas. Over 350 listings were pulled from the market this week alone. Now, not every single one of those is a withdrawal and relist situation. Some sellers genuinely pull their homes for personal reasons, but a meaningful portion of those withdrawals, that's the quiet price strategy that's happening behind the scenes. And it keeps the published days on market number looking shorter than the real story. So why does this matter for you as a seller? Because if you're pricing your home based on what you see on, let's say, Zillow or Redfin, or even what your neighbor says their house sold for, you may be looking at days on market numbers that don't reflect the full picture. And as a buyer, you might be looking at a listing that says new to market, 10 days, and feel some urgency around it, when in reality, that home has been trying to sell for 3 months at a higher price. This is exactly why when you sit down with me, I don't just pull up the MLS and show you the listed days on market. I actually research the full history of each property, the original list date, every withdrawal, every relist, every price change. I want you to know what's really going on with the home before you make any decisions. And that's not something you can get from a website or online. It's what 19 years of experience and the MLS access actually give you. So the days on market stat you see publicly reported is a starting point and not the full story. The real timeline often runs longer than suggests because withdrawn and relisted homes reset the clock. And when you work with someone who digs into the full history, you make decisions based on what's actually happening, not just on the surface. Okay, I promised you this at the beginning, and here we go. The most expensive home to sell in Las Vegas week closed at $8.9 million. Check out this McDonald Highlands stunner. And the cheapest home to sell in Las Vegas this week, $194,750. This home was a probate sale with fire damage. Same market, same week. That is the range of what the Las Vegas real estate market looks like right now, and I think it's fascinating. Whether you're buying at $194,000 or $8.9 million, the strategy matters, and I'm here for all of it. So that's your Las Vegas real estate market update for the week ending May 10th of 2026. I'm Dorthy Sierra, your go-to girl for Las Vegas real estate with 19 years of experience and over 4 decades of roots right here in this community. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Las Vegas, Henderson, Summerlin, or Centennial Hills, I'd love to have a real conversation about your goals. The link to schedule a complimentary strategy session is right in the description below. Subscribe so you don't miss the full April market report coming later this week. Thanks so much for watching.